The Bengals are 0-2, and a lot of you want to see more of the young guys. Jermaine Burton, Jordan Battle. You want to see what they can do, how they can do. Chase Brown. Let's dive into the triple Bs right now on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Hi again, everyone, and welcome into CBT. I'm James Rapien of BengalsTalk.com. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. Today's video is brought to you by Data Guru. You got to get to sportsdataguru.com. When investing in the stock market, it's best to research companies prior to buying. The same with your sports bets. Get to sportsdataguru.com and save some money with Bengals Talk. More on that in just a second, but let's dive into what a lot of people are talking about today. And it's Jermaine Burton needs more snaps. It's Jordan Battle should have been on the field for that final play, that 4th and 16 play. He needs more snaps. He has one defensive snap over the past 2 weeks. And Chase Brown needs more snaps. I agree some, and I don't necessarily disagree because I like all three guys, and I think all three guys can contribute, and all three guys are key pieces of the roster. But there's only so many snaps to go around. And that's where we begin. Because to me, a couple of things. One, Jermaine Burton is the hottest topic for sure. But the one that's been the most surprising has been Chase Brown. He's been explosive. I think he's good after contact. I think he's someone that keeps good balance and can really give you an element and a dynamic that they haven't had in the running back room. And yet Zach Moss played 80% of the snaps last week. And this isn't an anti-Zach Moss thing. I think he is effective. I think he can break tackles, make plays, had a really nice catch, broke a tackle, turned it into a 13-yard gain, and it was just a little dump off into the flat. And he turned it into a big gain against the Chiefs. Like, I like Zach Moss. I think he should be getting plenty of snaps, but so should Chase Brown. And if the Bengals are going to average 14 carries per game, which is fine with me. I know a lot of people push back and say they need to run the ball more. I honestly don't care about that. I'm fine with the 14 carries per game. But you want to be more explosive. You want to be more effective when you are running the ball. And if you can generate explosive plays on the ground, that's going to make life for Joe Burrow that much easier. If you can generate, and when I say explosive plays, I'm talking like 2 more first downs. If it's 2 more first downs per game that you're getting because the run game is a bit more explosive, that can make all the difference. That could be the difference between winning and losing in these tight games and really tough matchups, especially on the road. So Chase Brown, absolutely. They have to find a way to get him on the field. Even if it's a 60-40 split with Zach Moss, you got to get him touches. You do, because he's offers you something that you don't have. Now, let's go down the line. Jermaine Burton, I think that there is a path for him to continue to play. Obviously, the skill set is there. But and I've really tried to relax and be calm when it comes to the Jermaine Burton saga and scenario because I've been there, done that with these receivers. Tyler Boyd, once upon a time, was a healthy scratch in year 2. Tyler Boyd, the guy that finished his career with 513 receptions, was a captain, was around this team, all of that. And he was a healthy scratch in year 2. So sometimes it takes time. What I would say with Jermaine Burton is think back to draft day when Zach Taylor's pounding his fists on the table. They get their guy at pick 80. You don't think Zach Taylor wants to play Jermaine Burton? You don't think this coaching staff would love to play Jermaine Burton? And so Jermaine has to continue to do the right things. And I know some of you say, to hell with the right things. Get him on the field. Best player should play. If that's the case, honestly, after watching Trent Irwin the other day, I have no idea why Charlie Jones isn't out there more. He only had 2 offensive snaps. And that, to me, is what's interesting here. Is I think that there is a role for Jermaine Burton. Hopefully he continues to progress, continues to earn Joe's trust, continues to do the right things. And if you do that and you're working hard and you're grinding, no one's doubting the talent. And so that's where I'm at. Now, when it comes to Trent Irwin, I would scale down his snaps and I would give Charlie Jones some run. Absolutely. Especially when you get T. Higgins back. And even with T. Higgins, he doesn't have a super flexible route. He's not moving all over. like Jamar Chase or like Andre Osavash. And he can kick into the slot a little bit, slot fade we've seen. But the point is, Jermaine Burton is strictly outside as well. So that could eat into his snaps a little bit. And that's where I look at it and I'm like, all right, well, maybe it's time for Charlie Jones. Maybe Charlie Jones catches that ball that hit off of Trenton Irwin's face mask. Maybe Charlie Jones can make an impact. But I do want to see these guys. I want to see them out there more. And so hopefully they can find that balance. Because to me, Jermaine Burton is the ultimate complement. Like, let's say everything's dialed in right. He's the ultimate complement to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. That doesn't mean that he's going to be their third receiver, because the third receiver is playing in the slot a lot, and Jermaine isn't there yet. And that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't mean he's not going to be a good player. It doesn't mean he can't help them this year, but he is not there yet. I would expect Andre Osavash and Charlie Jones to be in that slot role. And then the other guy is Jordan Battle. And this one's interesting. To me, it's really tough because are you pulling Von Bell off the field? The Bengals held Patrick Mahomes to 151 yards passing the other day. Von Bell was on the field. You're taking Von Bell off the field? I think he missed one snap. You're taking him off the field? I'm not. Like, they did their job. And that's what's weird is I have nothing against Jordan Battle. I like Jordan a lot, and I think he will get his moment and get his time. But Von Bell has come in and he won that job. He won that job with his on-field play, with what he did in training camp, with his leadership. And I think that's why, a big reason why these linebackers have played as well as they have through 2 weeks. They trust Geno Stone and Von Bell. And so I get it. The Dejon Anthony package rubbed some people the wrong way. It's been like that. It's been like that for a month plus. That doesn't mean that Dejon Anthony is the first safety off the bench if something happens to Von Bell, for example. No, I think that would be Jordan Battle. It's just that package is still that package where Dejon Anthony is going to be in there. And so that's all that is. So I'm not as worried about the Jordan Battle situation, because I think he will get his chance, will get his opportunity, and he is doing the right things. And it's just that Von Bell and Geno Stone have not only earned that trust, because people keep treating Von Bell like he's Mike Thomas, and he's not. He's still playing at a high level. And that, to me, is the difference here. And if he wasn't, then they would be searching. And they're not searching. They're confident in Geno Stone and Von Bell. Up next, I will discuss the newest member of the Bengals defense. They signed someone, and I love it. He's older than me. There's one player on the Bengals roster older than me now. I'll take it. We'll get to him coming up next. Today's video is brought to you by Data Guru. You got to get to sportsdataguru.com right now. Sportsdataguru.com right now. Because, as I mentioned earlier in the video, when investing in the stock market, it's best to research companies prior to buying and investing. The same with your sports bets. And that's why sportsdataguru.com is the place to go. Because with Data Guru, you get all the information you need. They have premium NFL insights. They have all of the stats that you need from a player standpoint, from a home and away standpoint, overview of weekly matchups, schedule breakdowns, all in one spot. All in one spot. And it is affordable. Data Guru provides you with the premium NFL insights and stats for $24 a year, or you can go monthly. And right now you're going to get 50% off your first month with promo code Bengals Talk. So try it today with promo code Bengals Talk. Go to sportsdataguru.com and get all of the insights. Be in the know so you can make the right decisions and bring home big wins this NFL season when you go to place those bets. Again, sportsdataguru.com. Promo code Bengals Talk. The Bengals signed free agent defensive tackle Lawrence Guy on Tuesday, and the 14th year veteran out of Arizona State University was a seventh round pick by the Green Bay Packers in 2011. He's been on the Colts. He's been on the Chargers. He's been on the Ravens. Most notably, though, with the New England Patriots, has played in 177 regular season games, 122 starts, 507 tackles, 39 tackles for loss, 17 sacks, 10 pass defense, 1 interception, 6 fumble recoveries, 2 forced fumbles. Has also played in 13 postseason games. Was released by the Patriots in February. And oddly enough, I wrote about him the moment he was released. And I think he can be exactly what you need, which is an innings eater right now. You need someone that can come in and give you snaps with BJ Hill and Sheldon Rankins both dealing with hamstring injuries, with Chris Jenkins still recovering, still coming back from thumb surgery. 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks on Friday. So has a shot, I think, this week to play, but still just over 2 weeks when they play on Monday night. Surgery is surgery regardless. And so we'll see if he can practice this week. I think the Bengals are hopeful. And then you are still without McKinley Jackson for at least 2 more weeks. So Lawrence guy makes a ton of sense. The Bengals did release Cedric Jackson from the practice squad. They waived KJ Henry on the active roster to make room for Guy. I would expect KJ Henry, assuming he clears waivers, to join the Bengals practice squad on Wednesday afternoon. That's why you got to check out bengalstalk.com, my Sports Illustrated website. We will have you covered with the latest info there when, if it happens. Overall, though, I like the signing of Lawrence Guy. He is 34 years old, which makes him the only player on the Bengals roster older than me. Certainly the most experienced player on the Bengals roster. Heck, they have some coaches that are in that range age-wise. But this makes a ton of sense. And he was someone we identified in our video on Tuesday. Bringing in someone with experience that can hit the ground running, that is ready to go, that knows how to take care of himself, that is fresh. So you're talking about a veteran with experience that is fresh. He didn't go through camp. He didn't go through that grind. I think that is good. And I would be surprised if he's not active on Monday night. I would expect him to be active. I would expect him to play right away. And who knows, maybe he will make an impact right away. The Bengals, they want these young guys to make an impact. Jermaine keeps stacking days. Chase Brown, it is time to get him on the field. Maybe a little Charlie Jones action as well. We will have you covered. Does T. Higgins practice this week? Will the Bengals get some of their pieces back, whether it's Chris Jenkins, T. Higgins? It would be nice because it's, man, death taxes, a must-win in prime time in week 3. Feels like history continues to repeat itself. This is certainly a must-win this week. We're going to have you covered all week long. So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. And for Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien. Go to sportsdataguru.com. Use promo code BengalsTalk. And until next time, thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.